General Journey Butler of I'm a Star Foundation, which basically allows young leaders to create solutions to improve communities. We're also joined by 15-year-old Aaliyah Hashmi, the creative mind behind a new line of vaccinated T-shirts. Welcome to you both. So awesome to have you on. Aaliyah, let's start with you. How did you come up with the idea to create a T-shirt line? Have your T-shirts inspired young people to get vaccinated?
Yeah, so I originally came up with the idea because I would see my mom. She's a doctor at working in the COVID division, so I would see her like coming home and she was really tired and stuff. And so I wanted to help do something to like make people aware of the vaccinations. So I came up with the T-shirt idea.
They're pretty cool.
To help.
Send me one. Journey, you participated in a PSA encouraging millennials and Generation Z to get vaccinated. Talk to us. What's it been like? I mean, those conversations. Like, what are those conversations like with your friends about the vaccine? How do they usually go?
So in the beginning, we had the I'm a Star Foundation had a student leader to leader summit where we asked how would we be able to reach people in our age group and what would make them take the vaccine. And what we learned was that they didn't know enough about it. So the I'm a Star Foundation partnered with the Florida Times Union and other local news to speak to doctors and other medical professionals to give us information so we can put it out into our community so we could like quell some of those doubts that they had. So the conversations were that they didn't know enough and the vaccine wasn't out long enough. So we talked with medical professionals and doctors here in Jacksonville, and they really cleared up a lot of questions that we had. So
that's awesome. And so what I'm hearing you say is basically when you talk to some of your friends, sometimes you get the idea that it's not about unwillingness. Oh, I hate vaccines. No, they just might not know a lot about it. They haven't been around that long, but in general, maybe those aren't the conversations they're having. Aaliyah, would you agree? Do you ever talk with your friends about the vaccine, and do you think it's something similar as what Journey just said?
Yeah, I do. So I originally started spreading awareness at my school, but since I'm remote, I wasn't able to do as much as I wanted to. But a bunch of my friends had gotten the T-shirts and they're wearing them around school when they're hybrid.
And you know, as I mentioned in the beginning of the interview, Pfizer, it might be getting the green light to give its vaccine to 12 to 15-year-olds. Would you be interested, Aaliyah? Do you have any concerns yourself about the vaccine?
Yeah, I don't. My parents both got the Pfizer vaccine, and they didn't have any effects. So as soon as the green light's ready, I'm ready to take the vaccine.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So I'd like to hear from both of you guys on this final question. So, Journey, we'll start with you. For young viewers who are watching this at home, and you know they might be hesitant to get the vaccine, they might not know so much. What advice would you give them? Journey, we'll start with you.
The advice that I would give is to definitely, if you're uneasy about getting the vaccine, definitely do research, because it's easier to do something when you know everything about it. Talk to medical professionals, whether it's someone in your family or, you know, when you go to get the vaccine, ask questions about it, because there's so much misinformation that's being spread that it's very important to get the actual information. So if you're wondering about the vaccine, about how safe it is, about, you know, the effects that you can have, definitely do your research. Ask people who had the vaccine and who are planning to get it, why they're planning to get it. Definitely do your research on it. That would be my advice.
All right. You, Aaliyah, you got some medical professionals in your family, as you said, so you've heard a lot of information on this topic. What would you tell somebody your age out there who's worried about getting the vaccine?
I completely agree with what Journey said. Doing research and talking to other people, like that's the best way to go about it, since there's a lot of, like she said, a lot of misinformation out there. Yeah.
Set them straight with the T-shirts. Let them know the facts. Journey Butler, Aaliyah Hashmi, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. We appreciate it.